Oak Island Lot 8 has been sitting on a 300-year-old secret, and Season 13 Episode 18 is the episode where the team finally begins to uncover what it is. Welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, this is where we go deeper on every Oak Island episode than the show itself has time to. Breaking the Seal is the name of tonight's episode, and the title is earned in full. After weeks of preparation and one of the most significant lifting operations this investigation has ever attempted, the team has raised a 40,000-pound boulder from the surface of Lot 8. What they find underneath it astonishes everyone. Present a man-made feature that should not exist under a naturally placed stone, pointing directly at the possibility of a concealed shaft or tunnel that the island has been protecting for centuries. The seal is breaking. Here is the full breakdown. The 300-year window attached to this discovery is not an arbitrary estimate. It connects the Lot 8 feature to a historical period that the Oak Island investigation has been circling for years, the late 17th and early 18th centuries, when the island sits at the crossroads of several competing historical theories about who may have been active on it and why. Whether the origin is linked to early colonial engineering, treasure concealment by a major historical organization, or a construction effort we do not yet have a name for, the 300-year timeframe places this feature squarely in the era that the Lagina brothers and their team have identified as the most significant window in the island's long and largely undocumented history. What was happening on Oak Island 300 years ago is the central question. Lot 8 Episode 18 may be the episode that starts answering it. Lot 8 has been a focal point of Season 13 for reasons that go well beyond the boulder. The geophysical surveys, the historical records, the artifact recoveries from adjacent areas, all of it has been pointing to Lot 8 as a location where something significant was deliberately placed or constructed. The boulder sitting on the surface of Lot 8 was never universally accepted as a natural geological feature by the team. Its scale, its positioning, and its relationship to the underground anomalies the team's surveys had identified beneath it made it a persistent question mark across multiple seasons of investigation. Episode 18 is the episode where the team acts decisively on that suspicion. They bring the machinery, they make the lift, and they find out whether the boulder was placed there to conceal something. The answer is yes. Lifting a 40,000-pound boulder is not a routine operational decision on Oak Island or anywhere else. The planning required, the equipment required, and the risk associated with disturbing a feature that size in an area as sensitive as Lot 8 all demand a level of confidence in the expected outcome before the team commits to the attempt. The fact that the Laginas authorized this lift in Season 13 tells you how seriously the survey data and the historical evidence have been pointing at what might be beneath that stone. When the boulder finally comes up off the ground and the team is able to see the surface beneath it clearly for the first time, the reaction is immediate and unmistakable. What is there is not natural. What is there was put there by human hands. And what it may be concealing is exactly what the investigation has been working toward, the man-made feature beneath the Lot 8 boulder lands with the full weight of what those two words mean in the context of this investigation. Oak Island has produced natural formations that have fooled researchers for generations: cavities, rock formations, and geological accidents that suggested human construction until closer examination proved otherwise. This is not one of those. The team is looking at something that was built. The construction evidence is present, and the positioning of the feature relative to the boulder above it makes the relationship between the two undeniable. Someone put that boulder over that feature. Someone went to extraordinary lengths to ensure that what sits beneath Lot 8 would not be easily found. 300 years later, standing at the edge of what they have uncovered, the team is finally seeing the result of that effort from the other side. The shaft or tunnel possibility that the man-made feature raises takes the Lot 8 discovery out of the category of interesting archaeological find and places it into the category of potential breakthrough. The money pit theory, the idea that a deliberately engineered system of vertical shafts and horizontal tunnels was constructed on Oak Island to protect something of extraordinary value, has been the foundation of the Oak Island mystery since the first recorded excavation in 1795. Every confirmed piece of man-made underground construction found on this island either supports that theory or complicates it in ways that deepen the mystery further. A concealed shaft or tunnel entrance beneath a 40,000-pound boulder on Lot 8 does not complicate the theory. It extends it into a part of the island where the engineering has not previously been confirmed to reach. What the War Room discussion in Episode 18 focuses on is the question of what comes next, and the answer to that question is going to shape the remainder of Season 13 in a direct and immediate way. The team has a confirmed man-made feature. They have a working hypothesis about what it may conceal. They have a location that their surveys and their historical research have been flagging as significant for years. What they need now is a methodical investigation of what sits below the surface of that feature, drilling, probing, and if the evidence supports it, excavation into whatever void or passage the construction evidence is pointing at. Breaking the Seal is the title of this episode. The seal in question is not just the boulder. It is the centuries of concealment beneath it, and the team is now positioned directly on top of it. Season 13 has produced a sustained run of serious, evidence-based progress that long-term viewers of this show will recognize as something different from the cyclical rhythms of earlier seasons. The Lot 8 boulder discovery in Episode 18 is the strongest single piece of new structural evidence Season 13 has generated, and it arrives at a point in the season where the team has the context, the experience, and the resources to respond to it properly. 13 seasons of investigation have built the knowledge base that makes a discovery like this one interpretable. The team looking at the man-made feature beneath that boulder is not seeing it in isolation. They are seeing it in the context of everything the investigation has learned about this island, and in that context, what they are looking at is exactly the kind of discovery this investigation has been working towards since the very beginning. The historical implications of a confirmed man-made feature in Lot 8 are significant enough to warrant the attention of people well beyond the Oak Island investigation itself. For archaeologists, historians, and researchers with an interest in early North American history, a construction dated to approximately 300 years ago on this island, sealed beneath a 40,000-pound stone and positioned in relationship to what may be a shaft or tunnel system, raises questions that go well beyond treasure hunting. Oak Island has always sat at the intersection of legend and history. The boulder discovery in Episode 18 moves the conversation further toward history and further away from legend. Whatever was built beneath Lot 8 was built by people with a purpose, with resources, and with a specific intention of permanent concealment. That is a historical fact now. The question of who and why is still being answered. If this level of Oak Island breakdown is what you come here for, subscribe and ring the bell right now so you never miss an upload from this channel. Every episode of Season 13 gets this treatment: every discovery, every war room conversation, every new piece of evidence that moves the investigation forward, because this mystery has earned that level of attention and the community here understands that better than anyone. The Lot 8 300-year-old secret is not going to be answered in a single episode. What Breaking the Seal does is open the door. The episodes that follow are going to determine how far through that door the team can get before the end of Season 13. Drop your theory in the comments. What do you think was built beneath that boulder? What was it protecting, and does it connect to the money pit? We read everything, and we will be here for every episode of the season. The Curse of Oak Island Season 13 Episode 18 is called Breaking the Seal. For 300 years, Lot 8 has been holding something beneath the surface of this island, constructed deliberately, concealed deliberately. and sealed beneath 40,000 pounds of stone with the clear intention that it would not be found. The team has found it. The man-made feature beneath that boulder is visible, documented, and the subject of an active investigation that will define the final stretch of Season 13. This is the discovery the investigation has been building toward across more than a decade of serious, sustained work on this island. It does not answer every question the mystery has raised across all generations, but it answers the most important one, the question that has driven every expedition to this island since the first dig in 1795. Something truly is down there beneath Lot 8. Someone built it and sealed it against this world, and after 300 years, that seal has finally and irrevocably been broken.